Well, it's going together. 85 Tri-Z. I got the 86 YZ250 motor. It's the one I built up, Powervalve. Well, I built it up a long time ago. It's been sitting, it's freaking dirty as hell. Poured it out a little bit, and yep, it's fun. Can't really see too much, but yeah, just got the Powervalve set up. I just have to fabricate an intake tube, unless I run a top mount tank. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that yet. But yeah, I'm just fitting it in the frame tonight. Got new swing arm bearings in. I'm going to get a roller going tonight anyway. Yeah, you got to put the motor in to get the swing arm on, so I could have just set it in there. Man, that swing arm was a bitch. Smashed my freaking finger. Everybody knows how these feel. Freaking blood blisters. Oh man. Hurts so goddamn bad. I just want to smash everything. But yeah, I'm gonna get this sucker on the ground anyway. Well, on wheels. Been waiting too long for this day. I gotta find a good shock kit. I got an OEM one on the floor there. I think I'm gonna rebuild it real quick. I'm not sure. I got a Raptor shock. I got a couple Warrior shocks. Actually, I got a Raptor shock right there. That needs to come off anyway because I got an air shock for that. But yeah, she's in the works. Sweet. Alright, so I got it on 3 wheels now. Put the Raptor shock on the back. Had to steal the wheel hubs off my 86. I couldn't find my other ones. That's okay, I'm gonna get new hubs for that anyway. Belt hubs with a door blue axle off a Banshee. I'm gonna go a little bit wider on that one. Yes, I started on it. I will be starting on this upcoming week for sure. I'm stripping it down this weekend coming. I'm already started. But anyway, got tire switched out. Found an old headlight. Lights don't matter because this is a YZ250 motor. I think it's an 85. I think I said before it was an 86. I believe this is an 85 motor. But it doesn't have a lighting coil, it's just a small stator and a small flywheel. There's no provision for lights, so I just put the shittiest headlight on I had. If I even put it on at all, I might just put a number plate on it. I'm gonna sell this thing anyway. I'm not skimping out on the parts, I don't know. No sense putting a nice headlight on it when it's never gonna work. But yeah, got the swing arm in, got the bearings on, finally got the sprocket hub. Everything's nice and tight. Well, pulled the motor back out. The Tri-Z, or the YZ motor, I couldn't figure out the wiring to get spark. It has a 4-wire stator, and where the hell is it? Here it is. It has a 4-wire stator with like a PVL style flywheel and pickup, and the 4 wires, I don't know how to wire it into the 3 wires on the harness. I don't have the bike harness to make it work. So I got all my motors here. This is the YZ motor I stripped apart. I'm gonna clean the inside out. Looks like it had some dirt in there. Unless it was for me just beating on it. Wasn't really beating on it, but you know what I mean. Split the case. So what I'm doing is I took a Tri-Z crank, and I'm gonna swap the Tri-Z crank in so I can run the Tri-Z flywheel and magneto assembly. The YZ crankshaft has a smaller taper on the end. I don't know if you can really tell. This is the Tri-Z, and that's the YZ. Just a tad bit smaller on the YZ setup, to where the Tri-Z flywheel won't slide on. But as far as cases go, I mean, they look identical. This is the YZ case. You can see that's the Tri-Z bottom end. There's no difference at all. So what I'm going to do is swap the crankshafts, put the Tri-Z flywheel on it, and then put it all back together. And yeah. So if you guys seen this thing for sale online, now you understand what the hell I'm going through here. Man, I don't really have the time to be dicking with this stuff, but you can see I mean I got projects. Picked up a couple picked up another Honda 70. This one runs. I just got to put an air filter on it, put a seat cover on it. This one here has a 125 pit bike motor. Yeah, you really can't see it, damn plastic, but that's 4-speed clutch. So, yeah, I got another Z400 out there. And I got another Z400 here. So I'm going to take the two and combine into one. But, man, I just, oh, fuck, it's, you know, I hate pulling motors out again once I put them in. I thought for sure I could get that wired up without issues, but I can't find any information for it online. So, I don't know, whatever. I'll get it swapped over. It's not really that hard. I mean, people are scared to split bottom ends, so I fucking do this stuff in my sleep. Alright, so, got the crank swapped in. Got the stock flywheel on. Wired it up. Check this out. Oh yeah. Pretty excited. See if we can get some blue spark on here. Got my drill set up. Well, actually, let's make it so you can see the damn thing, huh? What do you think? Blue spark? Come on. Come on, focus, focus. Oh my god. Plug moved again. You know, like, it'll go every angle but the one you want. Alright, here we go. Now, if this thing would just focus, here we go. Well, let's see this. See for spark. Oh, yeah. Oh, almost zapped myself. Anyway. Yeah, it looks like it got a nice blue spark now. Pretty excited about that. Yeah, my water pump. I gotta replace my water pump. It's pretty derelict. I don't even know where the hell the impeller went. Oh, there it is. Yeah, check this out. They say to drill it through the shaft and pin it. You can see somebody, man, this stupid ass freaking thing won't ever focus. Somebody drilled the whole way around. Must have tried to lighten it up. Not sure what the hell they had going on here, but yeah, they put a pin through. I don't know. Whatever. I got another water pump and a new seal. But yeah, I had to drill this out here. This runs fuel pump. I found my tank was clogged. I had to blow through it with the air line, or blow through the lines here, blow it back through with air. My reserve line here was plugged, but the regular line, it was free. I about blew the tank up in front of my face because I forgot to take the cap off, and obviously my vent wasn't letting 100 pounds of air pressure out. I should have turned the regulator down, but I don't know. I wasn't thinking. But yeah. This thing ought to fire. I just have to get the side case welded up a bit. Somebody started welding it. I'm going to try my longevity TIG. Thing's just been sitting there. 200SX. I think I used it like twice. So I got everything I need to do it. I suck at TIG welding, but I guess you got to start somewhere, huh? I'm going to pre-bake that cover in the oven, get all the oil and grease off it. I'm going to wash it real good too. Try to, you know, get everything off. They say welding dirty aluminum's like the worst thing ever. It just don't want to stick or anything. Can't get a good arc. But yeah, start stripping this beast. I think I might have already filmed this. I can't remember. But yeah, I took the throttle cable off. And everything. Put a bunch of other shit on. I gotta strip it down. It's going in the bin here. It's getting out of my road. That's gonna be next spring. This will be done. I'm gonna race it next year. Get all the parts for it. But yeah, she came together pretty well so far. Homemade grab bar. Actually, it's real heavy duty. I just figured I'd throw it on. Hell with it. Not too bad, not too bad. Yeah, I split this case in about a half an hour. Put the new crank in. Done deal. I don't play around with that stuff. It pissed me off so bad. Yeah, I had this thing up on Craigslist for $600 for best offer because I was getting tired of the wiring. I must have dicked with it maybe for 20 minutes and it frustrated the hell out of me. And here, I found out you have to use the YZ250 wiring harness in CDI, which I don't have to begin with. So, duh. I thought it interchanged with the Tri-Z stuff, you know, the CDI box, but obviously it doesn't. But okay, I'm gonna start putting this thing back together some more. So I got the rest of this shit put together. Welded up side case. I'm not that good at welding aluminum, as you can tell. I ground it down smooth, but it should be strong. I kicked it like 10 times already. It does run. You can see I got the Powervalve stuff all on here. New water pump seal on it. I had to push the radiator forward on the other side of the mount. I don't know if you can't really tell. Anyway, it's sitting forward. You can see, like, I zip tied it. The reason being, the YZ head comes out at an angle and it's real tight here. But I mean, the Tri-Z hose goes on just fine. But if I would have mounted the radiator back where it should go, this wouldn't have had room to clear. The Tri-Z comes straight out compared to that. And then I had to space the thermostat housing out just a bit. You see I put a bolt in there, or nut I mean, just like a 1/2 inch. The reason being the Tri-Z hose a little bit too long on the elbow. This here is off to the left instead of being more centered. But other than that, everything fits in just fine. Now I'm probably gonna have to jet this carb. That intake on this thing's huge. I had it running and it seemed like, well, I didn't have the pipe on it either, so that probably makes a difference. But it seemed like it was running lean. I'm sure it is. I got the stock jets in that carb, so. But yeah, I mean, these kickers, I don't know, these things wear out. I mean, this thing's got some crazy play in it. I'm gonna have to put a washer in there and build some of this up here, because it's almost wanting to smash into the case. I think that's what breaks the cases to begin with, when these kickers strip out and they hit, because they kind of hit right here. You can see that's already got a notch in it from before. I didn't fill that in. Yeah, this thing's good, doesn't leak. I leak tested it and put some water in it. Didn't have any water come out. I welded on both sides. I just, you know, it's cosmetically not that great looking, but who cares, as long as it works. I had to fill in all around, up and behind, inside the case where they normally crack. But yeah, I mean, I used the Longevity TIG 200X SX, 200SX, I'm sorry. Thing works pretty good. But yeah, oh man, it's got a shit ton of compression. Just gotta put the radiator shrouds on it here. And I have this yellow fender somebody painted. Here, I looked underneath it, it's completely white. So it was an 86 OEM fender. Fucking idiots. But it's the only fender I have, so it's gonna have to go on. I'm gonna be buying all new plastic from this thing. As you can see, I already started stripping it down. So, finally getting to it. I'll get this thing all stripped apart. Yeah. Just gotta put the scoops on. I have to, another thing with this YZ, you can see where the pipe will ride right here. So this intake's kind of caulked on here. So I'm gonna have to put a metal pipe in there, unless I get some heat wrap and wrap the shit out of that pipe so it doesn't burn the intake tube there. Alright, so I was trying to figure out a couple things to do with this intake pipe here. Since the exhaust runs real close to it, got a piece of metal cut here. But of course, only one way to really seal that is to either line the inside with rubber and just force fit it, or drill like a screw through to one end to hold it. I don't want to do anything redneck like that, but I got the bend right. But me being an ingenuist, I guess you call it, I'm always working with intercooler pipes and whatnot. I had a Samco pipe here. It's real thick, super thick silicone. Stuff comes from the United Kingdom. Anyhow, had an elbow here I cut down and finagled up, and she's golden. Just got to clamp it down, and the intake box is going to go straight on. This stuff's so thick that I don't believe it's going to burn through, because that's like a high heat silicone. I'm going to wrap the exhaust as well, but that's my solution to that problem. Well, here's the final product. Finally got it all back together. Well, missing the heat shield. I have it out for paint right now. Or have it off for paint. This accumulation of all the used parts I had didn't turn out too bad. The only thing it really needs is a seat cover. I mean, if you want to make it more presentable, but tell it's a good rider. Once your ass is on it, you won't see it anyway. But yeah, not too shabby. Needs a bath. Doesn't leak anything. I put a new seal in the shifter today. It was leaking out of there. I put that in real quick and took it for a ride. Just got to do some jetting here. I'm running the stock jets, but the YZ, you know, it runs a bigger intake, so I'm going to have to bump the main jet up a bit and the idle jet. So I'm going to have to do a little bit of research and see what kind of jets that the YZ came with stock, and maybe go from there. But yeah, I think it turned out pretty well. So, and that's that. Catch you guys later.